Love is a paradox, a force that can be both tender and painful, uplifting and devastating. It defies logic, often behaving in ways we struggle to understand. When we love deeply, we expect warmth and connection. But what happens when the person who once cherished you suddenly pulls away? No arguments, no explanations, just silence. Many assume that distance means indifference, that if someone ignores you, they must no longer care. But what if the opposite were true? What if withdrawal was not a lack of love, but a sign of something deeper? Carl Jung, one of the most influential minds in psychology, taught us that love is not just an emotion, it is a reflection of the unconscious mind. Today we will uncover the hidden side of love, the one that operates in the shadows, influencing emotions in ways we don't always recognize. If you want to dive deeper into personal and spiritual growth, subscribe to Deep Psyche so you never miss an update. Now let's begin. Love, a reflection of the unconscious. Love is not merely an exchange of affection, it is an intricate psychological experience that reaches into the deepest layers of the human psyche. Jung's work revealed that the mind operates in two realms: the conscious mind, the part we are aware of, where logic and deliberate thought reside; the unconscious mind, a hidden world filled with repressed emotions, fears, and unresolved wound. We often believe we know what we want in love, yet it is our unconscious that makes many decisions for us, shaping our desires, fears, and even our ability to maintain relationships. When we fall in love, something profound happens. The person we love becomes a mirror, reflecting not only our dreams and hopes, but also our deepest insecurities. And not everyone is prepared to face what they see in that reflection. Some discover wounds they thought had healed. Others confront fears they never wanted to acknowledge. At this moment, a psychological defense mechanism can activate. It's not that love disappears, it becomes overwhelming. And when emotions become too intense, the unconscious mind reacts by creating distance. Why someone withdraws when love gets too deep? The idea that love is always comforting is an illusion. True love does not just bring joy, it exposes vulnerabilities. For some, being deeply seen and understood is exhilarating, but for others it is terrifying. If someone has a history of abandonment, betrayal, or control issues, love can awaken old fears. Their unconscious might whisper, "Don't get too close, it's dangerous." Those who have been hurt before may fear being hurt again. Those who crave control may feel threatened by emotions they cannot regulate. Those who associate love with pain may instinctively push it away. Jung teaches us that what we suppress does not disappear. It manifests in our relationships. If someone fears emotional vulnerability, their unconscious may create distance as a way to protect them from perceived emotional danger. From the outside, this behavior seems contradictory. How can someone love you yet push you away? The answer lies in how their psyche processes emotional conflict. For some, closeness triggers fear. They want to be with you, but the intensity scares them. They pull back, hoping to regain control. It is not a conscious decision, it is an automatic reaction. What should you do when someone ignores you? Your instinct might be to chase, to demand answers, or to fight for the relationship. But here's the truth: the more you try to hold on to someone who is pulling away, the more resistance you create. Love cannot be forced. If someone needs space to process their emotions, the greatest act of love you can offer is patience. But here's where it gets even more complex. Sometimes, distance is not just a defense mechanism, it is a test. Some people unconsciously withdraw to see how strong the connection truly is. They create space, wondering if love will survive the separation. It's not fair, but it is a deeply rooted psychological pattern. However, real love does not need to be tested. It thrives on trust and presence. If someone distances themselves, ask yourself, are they running away temporarily? Or is this a cycle that will keep repeating? Some people return with newfound clarity, ready to face their emotions. Others remain trapped in a pattern of running and returning, never truly growing. The real question is not whether they will come back. It is whether they are ready to stay. What if they never return? If love does not return, then the distance was not a loss, it was a lesson. We often see love as something we must hold on to at all costs, but real love is not measured by possession or longevity. It is measured by growth. Sometimes people enter our lives not to stay, but to reveal something we needed to learn. Their absence can teach us more than their presence. Ask yourself, am I mourning the loss of a person, or am I mourning the fear of being alone? If a person touched your soul, awakened emotions you didn't know existed, then their presence served its purpose, even if it was temporary. The final truth about love and distance. There is one final aspect most people overlook. The person who leaves does not always understand why they are leaving. Many people are unaware of their own emotional patterns. They don't realize that love has awakened unresolved fears within them. When someone disappears, it is not always about you. It is often a reflection of their inner world. Chasing them won't help. Forcing answers won't bring clarity. The real question is, if they return, will they come back with a new awareness? Not everyone will be capable of this transformation, but those who face their fears, who learn and evolve, are the ones who can truly build lasting love. True love is not about avoiding fear. It is about overcoming it together. So if someone is pulling away, do not let your self-worth depend on their return. Look inward. What is this moment teaching you about yourself? Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Real love, whether it lasts or fades, is always a journey of self-discovery. And if it is meant to be, it will always find its way back. Have you ever experienced love that vanished just when it felt strongest? Share your experience in the comments. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Remember, real love is not a chain, it is a path of growth. And sometimes, those who ignore us are not running from us, but from what our love awakens within them. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.